very nature of independent films has to be revolutionary.
It's sort of like guerrilla warfare.
There's no point in the studios calling me to make a film, or me going to them to make one of my films, because they're doing gloves and I make shoes.
It's a really exciting time. Forget about being a filmmaker, to be a film goer.
Independent filmmakers tell daring stories that are wildly fascinating and entertaining, and theaters like this one bring you their films. Now you can see all your favorite independent films on one network, the Independent Film Channel.
Bottom line is I like to look at movies more than I like to make them.
The Independent Film Channel, a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week network dedicated to showing independent films, uncut and commercial-free. The Independent Film Channel, now available. Call your local cable company or 1-800-DIRECTV.
Here to share his experience, strength, and hope with us tonight is Jim.
I mean, I was still drinking. She didn't know that I was an alcoholic. I mean, she used to drink champagne with, her friends, and I used to join her. It was a celebration. She didn't know. What did she have to know? You know what I mean? I wasn't drugging or anything, just drinking. I was in heaven. Till I had one of those disasters. Sometimes I go home now and I still expect to see you there, You want to know the truth? I just want to get high.
I turned myself into the hospital and I told them that I had been stealing Demerol from my patients for about 2 years. They put me on probation, but they took me back to the hospital and I worked.
When I got sober, I made a secret vow to myself. I promised myself that I would stay sober as long as Stephen was there. And I did. One day at a time, I did, But there's a wall calendar in my head that says, when he leaves, you can drink.
See, 2 years ago today, I had my last drink, my last blackout, and it was the last time I saw my wife and little boy. I'm just so mad at myself because I cannot drink.
If I could crawl out of my skin, I would. And as it is, I hardly breathe, and I pray to God that she's not able to hear me. I am shaking like crazy.
I think what I was doing, I was trying to relive the 60s in the 80s, and it just didn't work out for me. I got stuck somewhere in the middle. But God, I wanted to be Janis Joplin so bad.
I came to this church for a choir practice, and I thought all of you were the choir taking a break at first, you see. And I got drawn into the story, so I have to say, I've never, they're so real and honest. And I got pulled in, and I thought, my God, I had no idea that the choir had so many problems.
So which of you, he or she?
You know it ain't hip to call it DQ. Does he kiss?
But you ain't never been over like this before, baby. I don't do love.
If it ain't Holly, go friggin' lightning.
Me, I'm living in the other state, between maleness and femaleness, which is fabulousness.
Kissy, kissy.
And the girl.
Why do you always put yourself through this?
It's for the sheer, irresistible, goddamn glamour of it all.
There had been race riots, there had been anti-war riots, and now it was time for the gay riot.
Leave him alone! Come on, he ain't hurting nobody, right? He ain't hurting nobody, right?
If we bleed, we do not win, y'all dig? Well, maybe it's their turn to bleed.
I ain't never had no hero before.
Dr. Harrison!
Dr. Harrison, why did you say goodbye so loud?
I can't stand it anymore. I need you.
You do everything on purpose, even sighing.
How can you ever be 100% sure that you don't stink?
Dr. Henry Harrison needed a vacation.
This way. Hurry.
So he swapped his New York apartment for one in Paris. But while Henry was losing his patients in Paris, his New York tenant, Beatrice,
I need help.
was winning them.
What did your shrink say to you? Sometimes he would go, He would also say, oh, yes.
And when he returned home sooner than expected...
You're back. No.
He found his patients.
Same time next week?
Yes?
He looks better. He's completely changed.
His ex-fiancée.
So you're not the maid.
His doorman, and even his dog.
Thought he might miss me.
Not at all. He's completely changed.
In love with Beatrice.
Sonia is in the middle of a session.
A session?
Now, in order to reclaim his wife...
Say to her, I have no right to treat my customers.
Patience.
He needs an appointment.
My name? Wire. John Wire.
Yes?
So, did you tell her?
I'll tell her next time.
Academy Award winner William Hurt and Academy Award nominee Juliette Binoche.
I don't know what got into me. Something impelled me by force.
A Couch in New York. A comedy about love.
What's happening to me?
Life and therapy.
Freud and all this stuff. It's very enlightening, huh?